In the fourth of our basic tutorials for Inventor, I'm going to show you how to extrude and sketch items onto an existing shape. So we have our cube in front of us, and I want to add some additional detail to this cube. For example, I want to add some cutouts to put some eyes, mouths, nose features in for a Minecraft-inspired superhero. To do that, what we need to do is we need to identify the front of our shape. So if we click on front up here, it'll spin around so that we are looking at it in the correct manner. So we know this side now highlighted is the front of our shape. So it should be the front of the face. Okay. To create a new sketch on this shape, what we need to do is we need to come up to the left-hand side of our ribbon and click on New Sketch. You can see this time it has a different cursor than the first time we created a new sketch, and that's because we need to select the location we're going to undertake the sketch on. So let's select the front face of our cube, and this now spins around so that we are looking at it in 2 dimensions. I might use my hand over here to pan down, so I've centered the shape, and I now need to draw 2 eye sockets that are evenly spaced in the top portion of the cube. To do that, I will start with a line tool. I will use a line tool to do my basic setting out. So I know that this is a 20mm cube, so I want the center line, and I'm going to mark that in there at 10mm. I'm also going to put a vertical line in to ensure that it's clear and obvious where that center is. Now that I put those 2 lines in, to get rid of this daggy-taggy line here, I just hit escape. Alright, so now we're ready to start locating our eyes. We want our eyes down at 5mm from the top. So I'm going to click in the center line there and drag down, typing in 5mm, and that will give me a point to start with. I now also want my eyes centered in each half. That would mean I need to draw a line horizontally across for 5mm to find the center of each section. And that will be the bulk of my construction done. Alright, if I now hit escape again, you can see now that I've got the center for each of my eyes. To create my eyes, I am going to use the rectangle tool, and I can then create 2 rectangles which are 2.5mm wide and 5mm and 2.5mm tall. I'm now going to duplicate that by 2.5 and 2.5 to create the other half of my eye. We repeat those steps on the other side to create the left-hand eye. .5 and 2.5. Alright, now we've got all the line work in there. What we need to do is clean that up. So if we hit escape, we now can come back and start deleting or trimming the unwanted lines. So if you do not want any of the line, you can right click on it and select delete, and that will remove the whole line. And we will do that for some of those working lines. We can also do that for the dimensions that are there, as they're not important. Okay, so let's delete that line, delete that line, and delete that line. One left in the bottom there, delete that one. Okay, and one last one there, I think. There we go. So we're now left with our 2 eye locations and the shapes we want to extrude, except for we have a line in the middle here which we want to also get rid of. So we can right click, delete that line. We need to do that twice because there's 2 lines there. In my next tutorial, I will finalize these extrusions.